It's the first EPCOT Festival of 2026! Brittany here from Vivacious Views, and today we're headed to the Festival of the Arts at EPCOT. The 2026 Festival of the Arts runs January 16th through February 23rd here at EPCOT. First thing you'll want to grab when you walk in is the Festival Passport. This is your game plan. It lists all the merchandise locations, entertainment, photo ops, everything happening during the festival, especially all of those food booth locations. In the back of the Festival Passport is the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine, where you can collect 5 qualifying food items, and once you complete the stroll, you will get a special treat prize. This year's prize is a Figment-themed Fruity Rice Krispie treat. As much as I love the food booths at all of the EPCOT festivals, the Festival of the Arts is about so much more than just the delicious eats. This year's Festival of the Arts merch lineup is full of bright, playful designs with Figment-inspired pieces, vibrant apparel, and festival-only collectibles that you won't see once this festival ends. Inside Communicore Hall, you'll find the Once Upon a Stage Broadway exhibits, including costumes and themed displays, all inspired by Disney on Broadway. There are costumes and set pieces from shows like Lion King, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Frozen. There is a small replica of the genie lamp from Aladdin, and then outside is this gigantic genie lamp, standing about 14 foot tall and weighing around 1,200 pounds. It originally hung on the marquee of the New Amsterdam Theater in New York City, home of the Broadway production of Aladdin. It was created to celebrate the show's 10th anniversary, and it even used to spin and release smoke out above the theater. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, you can check out the Expression section, Paint by Number mural, where guests can help complete a giant mural throughout the festival. The paint and brush is provided, and then you get to choose 6 squares for the number given to you to paint and complete. You get a finished souvenir picture of the collage, and ours this year was of all 4 of the EPCOT festivals, so that's a really fun picture to put on the fridge. Chalk Art Galleries brings live chalk artists to the park, and there are full art galleries set up with artists actively painting, and they're selling their work. Chalk Full of Character brings Disney characters to life through incredible chalk all throughout the park, like a free chalk art scavenger hunt. Over at the America Gardens Theater and the American Adventure Pavilion, there is the Disney on Broadway concert series, where you can see live performances from stars singing award-winning numbers from beloved Broadway musicals. This happens at 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. daily. New this year is the Animation Academy, with sessions at 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. This is similar to the animation experience at Rafiki's Planet Watch over in Animal Kingdom, where you get to learn how to draw a character step by step from an animation artist. This is really cool. We enjoyed it in our Lion King video, which I will link in the description down below, where we got to draw Simba. Be sure to check the My Disney Experience app for daily times and what performers will be there if you are planning a trip to the Festival of the Arts this year. Journey into the Imagination with Figment has some special themed favorites coming back to the festival, including the Figment Scavenger Hunt Brush with the Masters. This is a scavenger map you can pick up for $11.99. Once you complete it, you receive a fun prize, and there is a new Figment popcorn bucket this year. Figment has a new look with his little beret and his paintbrush. You can pick up the Figment popcorn bucket this year in the Odyssey Pavilion between Test Track and the Mexico Pavilion, or you can order it in the My Disney Experience app, and he is $29 this year. Another new addition to this year's festival is the Disney Lorcana Trading Card Experience. This is EPCOT-wide ink and find scavenger hunt and a collector's quest located at the Illumineers Lounge in the Morocco Pavilion. You can discover the magic of the Disney Lorcana trading card game at select locations throughout EPCOT, offering exclusive festival-themed Lorcana cards. And this has been super popular with the collectors. There are 6 artful photo ops around the park where you can step inside famous artwork and become part of the scene. All around the park, you'll find dedicated art booths featuring original paintings, limited edition prints, sculptures, and mixed media pieces from Disney and independent artists. Many of the artists are actually on site, so you can watch them work and ask questions and even get some pieces signed. And during the Festival of the Arts, Beacons of Magic transforms Spaceship Earth with vibrant art-inspired light shows created just for the festival. This is actually our second visit to the festival. We did a little date night here last week. I did share some of that on our socials, some of the delicious food that we ate. So today we're going to try some new eats, show y'all what we had last week, and then we're going to take in all of the gorgeous artwork and live entertainment all throughout the park. This is the shortest of the 4 EPCOT festivals, but honestly, I think it might be the most beautiful. Here is that massive genie lamp from Aladdin I was telling y'all about. The show opened on Broadway in 2014 at the legendary New Amsterdam Theater. And that building actually was an abandoned building that Disney revived in the 90s. So there's a little bit of history to the building that held the Aladdin show. You're going to head into Communicore Hall for the Once Upon a Stage Magic of Disney on Broadway exhibit. This is an immersive exhibit showcasing the artistry behind the beloved stage productions like Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King and Aladdin and my favorite, The Little Mermaid. There is also festival exclusive merchandise located in here, including the new Figment Loungefly bag for Festival of the Arts 2026. I love this design. It is $80. They have a Festival of the Arts picture frame. It can stand alone or it can be a fridge magnet for $16.99. There is a journal notebook with Figment for $24.99. There is also the t-shirts that have the Festival of the Arts 2026 logo and Figment with Spaceship Earth on the back. There is the black and purple shirts. These are $36.99. There is the new Corksicle tumbler. It does have the handle at the top with the lid. I have one of these from the Flower and Garden Festival and it keeps my drink cold all day long. Love it. And this is $44.99. And there is also the new Figment inspired mug that has Figment as the handle. Love that design. And this one is $24.99. And there is also this little Figment ornament. It can also be a magnet for your fridge as well. And this one is $26.99. Oh, what a beautiful view of the monorail going by. That is a gorgeous shot. We are at the expression section. This is the paint by number mural that I was telling you about. This is on the walkway between World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion. You can pick up your paint and paintbrush between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. at the Paint Distribution Center here. Hello! You want to paint too? Sure. Yeah.
6 squares of the number on top of the lid.
Thank you.
And then your paintbrush.
Number 1 and number 6. This is a really fun experience. You get to pick 6 squares anywhere on the mural to paint. They can be clumped together or they can be separated. And then you'll paint your 6 squares. And afterwards you get a little souvenir picture card of the finished product of what the mural will end up being after it has been completely painted. Our mural is a collage of all 4 of the EPCOT festivals that go on throughout the year. The Festival of the Arts, the Flower and Garden, the Food and Wine, and the Festival of the Holidays. This girl is hungry, so it is time to eat. More specifically, Pop Eats. We are at the Pop Eats food booth. We're picking up the Croque Monsieur inspired grilled cheese with black forest ham, Gruyere cheese, and bechamel sauce, served with tomato soup. This is $6.79. It does come with this cute little Pop Eats can. It's kind of like a little tomato soup can that you can take home as a souvenir if you so do choose, like I have in previous years. The croque monsieur was melty, gooey deliciousness, basically the French version of a ham and cheese. It is so good, and that warm tomato soup is needed this time of year. We've had some pretty chilly days recently here in the Central Florida area, so warm tomato soup is a must-have. We are going to make our way around World Showcase and stop in at some of the art booths that they have kind of sprinkled around the park. This is the Disney Gallery Artist booth, so there is a lot of Disney parks paintings and artwork here. You can also buy the prints and the canvas art. There are small, medium prints. There's also postcards that you can pick up. And these postcards are actually just kind of a small way to bring home a souvenir. You could frame these at your house and have all kinds of Disney artwork this way. This is one of my favorite spots, a photo op spot right here in the Japan Pavilion. You're directly across from Spaceship Earth. It's such an amazing photo op, so gorgeous. Here is the Baymax Lorcana card in between Japan Pavilion and American Pavilion.
Fist bump!
Fist bump is not in my fighting database.
No, this isn't a fighting thing. It's what people do sometimes when they're excited or pumped up.
Ba-la-la-la.
Hey, now you're getting it?
We are going to step into the American Pavilion for more food eats. This is the Artist Table food booth. There is that dark chocolate torte. They also have a steakhouse lobster Caesar salad. We are picking up the peppercorn crust strip loin today. This is a peppercorn crusted strip loin with grilled asparagus, potatoes au gratin, and au poivre butter. And this was $9.29. They are cooking that steak right on the grill, right beside the booth. It smells amazing over here in the American Pavilion. This is also where they do the Disney on Broadway concert series. And during the day, they have that animation experience set up. This is so good. I am a meat and potatoes girly, so I can never go wrong with some steak and potatoes, but this is really good and a really big portion size, like how we do it in America. Go big or go home. Looks like they are getting set up for that Disney on Broadway concert series right now. And I mentioned you can check the My Disney Experience app to see who would be performing and the show times. It looks like tonight we have some performers from Tarzan, so that would be really fun. This is such a visually stunning festival. Everywhere you look, there is something to see, whether it be artwork or performers. There is the Luca chalk art. It is here in the Italy Pavilion. Another art booth. This is the William Silvers Art Ink booth, more Disney inspired. And then here is the Rapunzel Lorcana card. It's located right past the Germany Pavilion on your way to China.
Woohoo! Best day ever!
And another Lorcana card. Here is the Mulan card right as you enter the China Pavilion, which is appropriate. And then here is the Great Wall of China. So now all of China knows you're here.
Now all of China knows you're here.
Perfect.
In the China Pavilion, we are stopping at the Painted Panda food booth for more eats. These are the General Tso's chicken shumai. These are dumplings filled with chicken, asparagus, onion, and water chestnut, topped with General Tso's sauce, and these were $10.75. We also picked up the Dragon Fruit Lager from Lakeland, Florida. This was a 6-ounce pour, and it was $6. These were delicious, very flavorful. It did have a little bit of a kick. There was a little punch to that sauce on there, and big bite. It was a big dumpling bite, but most of the dumplings are kind of big biters. And then the dragon fruit lager was very tasty. Dragon fruit and lime have been my flavors of Florida since I moved here. I spy some Nightmare Before Christmas artwork. This is the Disney Fine Art by Collector's Edition booth. So lots of Disney theme park pictures here, Mickey and Minnie. I love all the bright colors. There's Jack Skellington and Figment. Oh, and here is an artist. He's painting Miko from Pocahontas. I mean, that is some talent. I wish I had talent like that. Beautiful backdrop here, little photo op of the rainbows representing the Festival of the Arts. It's a really good photo op with Spaceship Earth in the background. This is the Chalk Art Gallery. This is on the Bridge to World Showcase. Discover the works of imaginative chalk artists. There is different chalk art all throughout the festival, especially if it rains and kind of washes away some of this gorgeous artwork. New artists come out the next day and you get to see all new art. So no matter how many times you come throughout the festival, you could see different artwork all throughout. And this chalk art is absolutely amazing. We are headed to Living with the Land and Soarin'. Gonna ride a few rides before we head out for the evening, but I am gonna insert our non-filming date night footage. I'll say non-filming, but I had to show y'all the eats. We are here at the Craftsman's Courtyard. There is that beef Wellington inspired croissant supreme. That is new at this booth this year. They did a different little twist on the beef Wellington than what they've had before. And we are here for the coffee old-fashioned cocktail. This is one of my favorites that they do every year at this booth. And then we are also here for the cast iron roasted mussels, and they are cooking the mussels and the beef for that beef Wellington right here beside the food booth. Smells delicious. These are the cast iron roasted PEI mussels with sauteed tomatoes, garlic, and fresh herbs. These are $7.99. Does come with a little bread crostini on the side there to dip in those juices at the bottom. And this is one of my festival favorites. Every year at this festival, this is the coffee old-fashioned cocktail. It is Joffrey's cold brew coffee, simple syrup, orange bitters, and Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey for $11.75. We have a great view here of Spaceship Earth, and there is a full moon tonight. It's actually a little bit chilly this evening, but I am not going to complain because I am sure summer is going to be a scorcher this year. We are going to head to our next food booth, the El Artista Hambriento, located in the Mexico Pavilion. We're going to pick up the Tostada de Cangrejo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is a crispy corn tortilla topped with guacamole, lump crab, mango, crispy onions, and hot sauce for $9.50. And y'all know I would not lie to you. This was not good. This was actually my least favorite thing that I have ever had at any EPCOT festival. And usually I really love the Mexico booth, so this was kind of a bummer. But the lump crab did not taste like crab. It almost tasted like a tuna salad, which I love tuna salad, but this was supposed to be crab. I think the onions kind of tasted like a relish, and the mango and guac did not go with this at all. Like I mentioned, quite a bummer considering that we look forward to the Mexico Pavilion, especially how good those tostadas have been lately. But this was our least favorite of the festival, of any festival. Moving on to hopefully something better than that. That was not good, y'all. We are at the Pastoral Palette, and this is located in the Germany Pavilion. There is a look at the Black Forest cake that they are serving up at this location. That looks really, really tasty with the cherries on top and that chantilly cream. But we are here for the red wine braised beef short rib. And we also picked up the Play on Rosé Flight. This was $14, and it is a festival favorite of ours from years past. It comes with a frozen rosé which is like the La Vie en Rosé that they serve during the Flower and Garden Festival over at the France Pavilion. It's a festival favorite as well of ours. There is also the Three Daughters Brewing Rosé Hard Cider from St. Petersburg, Florida, and an 81 Bay Brewing Company Rosé Blonde Ale from Tampa, Florida. These were all bangers this year. I think last year there was one that was a little too flowery, a little too much like roses for me, but this year these were all delicious. We also picked up the red wine braised beef short rib with parsnip puree, broccolini, baby tomatoes, and a balsamic glaze for $8.79. And this was a festival favorite this year. I am a steak and potatoes girly, so this was really, really good. The short rib had a gravy on it that I really, really enjoyed. This was all in all a really good dish, and the flight was amazing. So Germany was doing it up this year, 10 out of 10. Just a fun date night, non-filming I would say, but I did have to show you all the food because you know I love sharing all the eats around the festivals and around the Disney parks with y'all. We did enjoy live music tonight with the Disney on Broadway concert series, and then some of the live music that was just around the pavilions. Just always fun to kind of stop in and catch whatever live music is going on through Outworld Showcase. We also got to sit with Walt the Dreamer statue. I absolutely love this statue edition that they've put in Epcot. Oh, it's so near and dear to my heart, being able to actually kind of sit with Walt and look over Epcot. And now back to future Brittany and her fun festivities at the Festival of the Arts. Beacons of Magic is a must-see at night at Epcot. It is the show that is on the spaceship Earth Epcot icon. This is also themed to whatever festival is going on at the time. So right now it's, Figment, One Spark of Imagination. So we're gonna make our way to the front of the park and watch the show. If you haven't already, be sure to go hit that subscribe button. We recently moved to the Central Florida area and we'll be hitting up all of the Epcot festivals all year long, like we have done the past few years, but being so close by, we'll be more in depth. I will put our Disney Parks playlist as well as our Epcot playlist down in the description below if you want to check that out. As always, stay vivacious, viewers, and we'll see y'all in our next video.